Okay, and welcome back. This is lecture number 12, and in this lecture, we're going to be talking about fresh air and deep breathing. We won't spend too much time in this particular section, but I did want to at least provide just some more ways for us to kind of improve our cognitive function. So, fresh air. So, when we're talking about fresh air is usually air that is mixed with water particles. So after a rainstorm, or if we're near a waterfall, or if you live near an ocean, that air in that particular area is usually fresher, and that's because of the water particles help kind of clear or clean some of the air out. And when we're talking about air pollution, there's air pollutants, and so when it comes to fresh air, usually the pollutants per square inch are roughly about 15,000. So 15,000 pollutants per square inch in fresh air, which is not a lot comparatively speaking to the amount of air. However, in large cities, that number significantly increases up to about 5 million pollutants per square inch. So, a lot of times when you live in a city, they'll tell you to either move out to more rural areas, or make sure that at least a few times a week that you're not outside, or you're in a different area where the air is a little fresher. And because some of the benefits of fresh air are improved sense of self and well-being, decreased anxiety and relaxed mind, better concentration and improved learning, enhanced immune system, and also clears the lungs and the passageway. So a lot of times when people are aroused, or there's a high tense situation, other than going for a walk, as we mentioned in the previous lecture, people also will do some deep breathing to kind of calm them down. And another key area we also want to look at is the ionization of the air. So negatively charged ions have been shown to provide positive benefits, such as the ones we had talked about earlier. And then also, of course, positively charged ions have been shown to be detrimental as well. So when we're talking about breathing in general, each lung has about 300 million sacs called alveoli. I can never pronounce that word correctly. Alveoli. The sacs provide a way for the exchange of gases. So, of course, as humans, we intake oxygen and we release carbon dioxide, and the plants take in the carbon dioxide and they release the oxygen. So the average adult takes about 16 breaths a minute, and with the way society has been going, we are actually not breathing properly. And we're going to be talking about how to breathe properly in the next couple of slides. And so so how to breathe properly. So one of the first things you want to do, also always want to breathe in through your nose. Now there's a lot of different theories on this. People say breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. I, to be honest, don't know what the actual difference is. I mean, I've used both. I realize that it's easier for me to breathe in through my nose and breathe out through my nose. But also I know there are some benefits of breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. I think it's more so of a matter of what works better for you, and how you feel that you should be breathing. But you also just want to make sure that you're getting that deep breath, and we'll be talking about that in a little bit. You also want to wear loose clothing. Clothing that's restricting can stop you from breathing properly, and the use of the abdomen is what we're going to be talking about here. So deep breathing involves the use of the abdomen. One of the quickest ways to find out whether or not you are deep breathing is to lay on your back and put a pillow on your stomach. And when you breathe in, the book should rise, and when you breathe out, the book should be lowered. And usually what you want to try and do is before every meal is go through a deep breathing exercise. So take about 10 to 15 deep breaths. And what this actually does, it actually massages the abdominal muscles, and it helps you digest your food more quickly. And then also before going to bed, you want to take some deep breathing because it arouses the parasympathetic nervous system, and all that does, one of the functions of the parasympathetic nervous system is relaxation. So when you think about like people who meditate, there is an arousal in the parasympathetic nervous system activity. Also, you want to make sure that the air quality in your home is good. A lot of times, the sheets and the drapes and the carpets and some of the pollutants we have, such as like the different cleaners, also are very toxic. So you always want to make sure that your home is ventilated. Always, as much as possible, try and keep windows open to get some of the air coming in. Of course, avoid cigarette smoke. That should never be done. If you are a smoker, it's suggested that you go outside and smoke. I mean, you shouldn't be smoking at all, but anyways. And then we also want to try, as I mentioned, trying to keep windows open. You also want to make sure you change your air conditioning filters on a monthly basis. Those things do get pretty dirty, and of course the air circulates through those and it comes back into the ventilated system, and it becomes a big mess sometimes. Also, you want to add plants. As I mentioned, plants are a good source of air purification because plants take in a lot of the bad stuff in the air and it releases the good stuff. So make sure you at least have some type of plants in the house as well. So that's going to be it for this particular section. This next section, we're going to be talking about hydration and the importance of water.